welcome to Unpaid Film Critic. And on today's special video, we'll be talking about the Oscar, what won and what actually won. So starting off with Best Actor, who I thought was actually going to win was Colin Farrell's thing in Bane's Division. I thought he was going to win because he played on a variety of so many different emotions throughout the film. Like, his one friend he can't talk to, the one person he can't talk to, he can't because he has to deal with his friend's depression, and how he deals with it is so interesting, like how he's pushed to these limits. And it's very interesting. I thought he was going to win because I thought he did really good. Brendan Fraser won, of course. Brendan Fraser did an amazing job in The Whale. I loved it, but it's still, I kind of wanted Colin Farrell to win. I thought Colin Farrell did a better job than, I think, not a better job, just I think Colin Farrell did a better, his character had more, how do I say, more range in what he could do, in my opinion. Best actor in a supporting role. I was actually correct on this. I said that in the beginning, I actually thought that Judd Hirsch was going to win. And then I rewatched Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. And then I said, actually, Judd Hirsch is not going to win. Ki Kwan actually won. And I'm so glad he won because Ki Kwan is phenomenal. He actually started his entire acting journey in Spielberg films. Because he was short round in Temple of Doom. So I love Ki Kwan. Ki Kwan is such a talented actor. And I'm so glad that he got his nomination, that he won. I am on that one. I actually think that's actually a good idea because he did really good, and I just love the different versions of his character coming in and out. Best actress in a leading role, Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is where I come to a crossroads because nothing against Michelle Yeoh for Everything All at Once. I thought she did a terrific job. It's just I thought that there was other actresses. I don't know. For this one, to me, it felt like out of all, I've watched a lot of the actresses in leading roles in their films, in their respective films, and they all did such a good job that it's hard to choose just one. So Michelle Yeoh won because she was playing so many different types of her character throughout different dimensions, which was a very interesting idea. No one has ever done that, but it's really hard because I really liked all the other films that came before it. So it's kind of hard right now because I'm in the zone where I like some of the winnings I like, some of the winnings I don't, but as in say, oh, I wanted this one to win, and it's kind of like, if you like all the awards, I kind of feel like I just kind of wanted everyone to get one award. Him they did that, but then that would be weird. Alright, Best Actress in a Supporting Role, Jamie Lee Curtis. Well, I did not know that she was going to win that. I actually thought Michelle, no, not Michelle, Benny Yu, who plays the daughter in Everything All at Once. I thought she was going to win. So seeing Jamie Lee Curtis win is just phenomenal. Jamie Lee Curtis is so great. I love a lot of her films. So it's pretty nice seeing a lot of her acting come into play. It's very nice. Yeah, right. This Oscar season is very interesting because you see, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio wins. One of my uncles actually called it. Yeah, one of my uncles texted me before, and he said, knows I'm putting it down that Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio wins. And I was like, okay, and then Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio wins, and then 8 hours, and then 5 hours later, Like, much later, he texts me, Nils, I'm dead on correct. I'm like, yes, you are. And yes, that was a really great film. I'm definitely going to watch it. Haven't seen it yet, but since it's winning this nomination for Best Animated Feature, I am going to watch it. Best Cinematography. All Quiet on the Western Front. Yes, this encapsulates war and just death and destruction in this luscious shots. One of my favorite scenes, or how do I say it? One of the most impactful scenes to me was when they're taking out this trench. They storm in, they take out all the French guys in the trench. There's a shootout. The Germans take it. It's a win. You think it's good. They take the trench, they're going to hold it, and then you see tanks rolling in. And this utter dawning sound happens, and it's just the rising of new war technology. People are getting burnt in the trenches. It's just an all-out massacre. Then you realize there is no winning in war. You just win a few feet of land, and then you have to retreat due to too many forces. It's just so vital and just so hard to watch. Like, I just loved All Quiet. All Quiet just really encapsulates the warring chaos. Costume design, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I've not seen this film, but you know what? I'm going to have the hardest part is that I can only see it in theaters because apparently I have to get Disney Plus to go watch it and I can't rent it. Which kind of sucks because that's one of the reasons why I hate Disney. It's just that to watch all their stuff, you gotta subscribe to a streaming service. And when you only want to watch one of their films, it's kind of a pain in the ass. You know what? But that's nothing to do with the actual film itself. Just do with Disney. Yeah. Best directing goes to Everything Everywhere All at Once. I have to say, for directing, they did a phenomenal job. I think they did very well for this, directing Everywhere Everything All at Once. A part of me did want Steven Spielberg to win for Fabelmans. A part of me did because I really love Fabelmans and I really enjoyed watching Fabelmans. Because Fabelmans to me is an art form and I just think it's a really great, inspiring piece of film. And if you really want to get into what it's like to become a filmmaker, Fabelmans is good. But Everywhere Everything All at Once, for me, one, because it's far better. Well, for me, I think Everywhere All at Once works better because it's so rewatchable. With all the other films, you're not gonna catch on everything. Everywhere Everything All at Once, you can watch it once. You can be totally blown away by all the confusing stuff. You watch it again, little bits of stuff start popping out. You start realizing new things. You start remembering new things because you've already seen it before, so you already know what's to come. So your eyes are already on the screen knowing what's to come, but you see many details of hinting at what's to come. And then that's what I love. I love that it has that rewatchability, and they were able to direct such a rewatchable film. And it was so well done and so great. I loved Everywhere Everything All at Once. I thought it was really good, and I thought it deserved the award. Part of me wanted Fabelmans to win. Yeah. Best Documentary Feature. I have not seen any of these, but I'm really seen Navalny, the one about the guy speaking out against Putin. I really want to see that one. So yeah. Oh, Elephant Whisperer. I did not see that, but I did see Stranger at the Gate, and I really thought Stranger at the Gate would win. Stranger at the Gate really talks about a vet of the Middle Eastern conflict coming out from war and wanting and seeing his enemy combatants, because when he was training and he was learning on how to take out terrorists and fight terrorists, he was learning to just treat them as if they're pieces of paper, like they're just aliens. And then when he comes to see them and he sees people who are exactly like the enemy, he gets his confusion, so he goes in there and map out the place, see how he would try to fight them, and their love and their compassion for all this comes, and slowly and but surely he starts to realize that we're all people, and it's really impactful and really shows you that hate is a hard thing to deal with, especially when you get out of the military. It's a very interesting film. I highly recommend not Enemy at the Gate, Stranger at the Gate. It's very good. Alright, film editing. Everywhere, everything, all at once. Editing in this film is key because it feels like this film was made from editing. If there was no edits to this film, I don't know how long or how confusing it would be, because the edits made it seem so clean and so great to just watch. Although there were two other films that I kind of wanted them to both win, which was Elvis, which I really liked Elvis. Going back on my earlier one about Wakanda Forever, on how that won Best Costume Design, I kind of wanted Elvis to win Best Costume because I really like the outfits of Elvis, but I'm kind of glad I'm with that. But for film editing, I thought Elvis did a really good job editing Elvis's material, making it more flashy, more in your face, more vibrant, and so well done. Top Gun Maverick's also another really good well edited movie on how it's just so entertaining and so interesting and vital and just so great. International film. We have All Quiet on the Western Front wins. German. I am surprised that a German film managed to win international film. I'm just surprised because you don't really see a German war movie come out, because if you know history, Germany doesn't have the good path of being on the good front on that many wars. But I really liked it how in All Quiet they really showed you the foot soldier of World War I Germany, because they didn't know what they were fighting for. All they knew was for the fatherland, for victory. That is what the generals pushed on their throats, and that's what they realized. And then throughout the movie, you just see them. I'm talking a lot about it. I'm just looking at the. If you want to know what I'm doing, I'm mainly looking at Oscar.org for this whole. It's really great. Oh god. Okay, so best hair and makeup, hairstyle. The Whale wins. Here's where I have to give it a little bit of I don't think so. I watched All Quiet on the Western Front, and I thought that was phenomenal. I thought the hair and makeup with the dirt and the clay and the blood and the soldiers' uniforms and all this stuff was really interesting on All Quiet. It really encapsulated the dirt and grime you get as a soldier, just unable to shower, just turning into a mindless. No, that was great. I also saw Batman, which I am surprised that did also get it, because I really like the hair and makeup design of a lot of their outfits, because the Batman was really good on hair and makeup design as well. So for me, I think I would have chosen All Quiet or the Batman. The Whale won, which is the Whale did a fantastic job. Not saying it didn't, it did, but in my personal opinion, All Quiet and the Batman, I think, did it kind of better. But that's just in my opinion. Please, comment down below what you think of all of my takes. Please. Music and score. This is where I have to give it all to All Quiet. All Quiet did it. I love the score of All Quiet. I thought the score of All Quiet was very phenomenal. It was just the loud dun, like the loud cranking of an actual cranking, meat grinding machine that these soldiers get put into and get ground up into just mindless people. It's very hard. The sound is very. I also did like the Fableman's John Williams-esque score. I thought that was a phenomenal score. But I also liked All Quiet on the Western Front. Those two scores are fairly different, but I think All Quiet is better, but I kind of wanted at least one award to go to Fabelmans because I just like that movie, but I'm glad that All Quiet won. I'm glad that All Quiet got some awards. That's what I'm here for. Best music and original song, Natu wins. I'm sorry, but that song has been stuck in my head throughout the entire footwork is just phenomenal. I have been in musicals. I have loved musicals. One of my favorite movies of all is a musical, which is Les Mis. Totally different musical, totally different film. Really great. I highly recommend that film as well if you really like musicals, you'll like Les Mis. But to get back on track is Natu really encapsulates a musical. I love Indian theater because when it comes to Indian cinema, dancing is a huge key because I've seen a lot of Indian musicals where it's like, I just feel like I'm watching a really good musical. Like, a lot of their things are just musicals, and I love it. Yeah, I really think Natu did a really good job. But in second place, if I would have to give it to second place, I really liked Top Gun Maverick's Hold My Hand. It was a really great song as well, in my opinion. Just, if you hadn't seen Lady Gaga perform it, she did a really rundown version, very garage band, very no makeup, no fancy anything, just jeans and a shirt. And it felt very, laid back, but very hardened. But I would say Natu wins because it has really good footwork, really good choreography. They had the two guys actually singing, and everyone else dancing around them. It was phenomenal. But I have to say, I think Natu really wins this award, and I don't think anything else could put up to it. Best Picture. Now, here's where you can actually pick what's going to win. Whatever picks Best Director is usually going to win Best Picture. Everywhere, Everything, All at Once won Best Picture. Do I think that's a good choice? I loved it. I loved Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. I thought Everything All at Once was a really good movie. Going back to my productions, not the ones that I made yesterday, but the ones that come before, I said that it would be Fabelmans or Everything All at Once. Now, I kind of lost my faith in Fabelmans throughout it because it didn't win that much. I think it was All Quiet on the Western Front or Everything All at Once. That's what I would have chosen. If I would have chosen it, I would have given it to All Quiet. But I remember Everything All at Once won, and I'm happy for it because I loved both of those films. It is hard because I loved all these films, so I'm kind of happy no matter what. It's just that I kind of liked All Quiet a little bit more because it really talked about subjects matter. That's very different that never gets really talked about. I mean, it always does, but I think Everywhere, Everything, All at Once is just so unique that it just won, and I think its uniqueness is the one that makes it really good. I love Everything All at Once. I'm so glad it won. I knew it was going to win, but I was also hoping that either Elvis or Fabelmans, a little bit of me was hoping for one of those films also, and just to win one award. Just give it one award. Best Product Design. No, it's Best Producing Design. And I'm just saying, All Quiet on the Western Front, its designs were very rugged, very entrenched warfare. It made the trenches feel so grimy, so dirty, so just made you want to take a shower afterwards. After watching that film, I just couldn't go to bed because all I was thinking about was that film. That film just creeps into you. I like that film better than all than 1917. Yeah, 1917 is all shot and was shot beautifully shot, but I think All Quiet performs its message about war and the devastation it brings really well. I've not seen any of the short films, but I do think from all of it, I do think that the boy, the mole, and the fox and the horse, that does look, based on all the videos that they showed before, that looks very storybookish, and I'm really glad they went with that angle, and it looks really well done. So yeah. Short films. I actually watched all of these. Okay, so I have to say that An Irish Goodbye I loved, because all the other ones were very sad and saddening. I think The Red Suitcase is the most saddest, because it deals with forced marriage and someone running away from forced marriage, and she just deals with the fact of that, and it's very saddening. But The Irish Goodbye is the most uplifting movie, because it's about two guys learning how to deal with the death of their mother and just going through her last, basically what she wants them to do when she passes. And I'm not telling you the ending, because the ending is so good, it's so heartbreakingly well done, it's so nice. I just have to say that this film is just phenomenal. Best sound goes to Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, it does. The jets. I loved it. Top Gun Maverick is phenomenal. I watched it back in July. It's very Hollywood, very summertime, very shirts off, running on the beach type of movie. Honestly, it's really well done. I mean, just watching the film is just phenomenal. I really like the sound. The sound design really makes you feel like you're in the aircraft. It makes you feel like you're actually flying the plane, like you're actually in the plane itself. And it's super well done. Visual effects goes to Avatar, Way of Water, of course. Because Avatar, Way of Water is really well done on virtual effects. Really gets that watery shots of like how they're able to do that mapping and stuff. James Cameron really knows how to put on a visual effects show. Really knows how to stretch his powers. Maybe in 10 years we'll get the sequel. We'll get the third movie. Maybe, But I really enjoy that. I've not seen the movie. I am going to see it now. But yeah. Okay. Writing. Adapted screenplay is women talking. I went to go see this. The dialogue is very Aaron Sorkin, very fast paced. This dialogue is the best dialogue I've seen ever. And it's one of the best dialogue scenes ever. With them fighting over each other. It's basically 12 Angry Men, but better. Because it's instead of 12 men trying to prove one guy's innocence, it's women deciding if they should leave or stay at Mennonite community. Because this Mennonite community is allowing the men to sexually assault or hurt them in certain ways. Because I'm trying to say things that won't get me demonetized or striked. But let's just say certain stuff happens to these women and women talking, and the thing is the women debating if they should leave or fight. This movie is phenomenal. I loved it. I kind of wanted it to also win Best Picture. I should have said that up top, but I mean, Everywhere All at Once is kind of like the most uniquely made movie, so I'm glad that it won. But there's just other films that were in it that I was just happy for winning. Best original screenplay. Now this goes to Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. And I think that's phenomenal. I think that is phenomenal. The script for that film is phenomenal. But I also love this script to Fabelmans. So, I'm sorry. But a bit of me, I'm kind of in the middle of getting in a tug of war. Half of me wanted Fabelmans to win, and half of me wanted everything all at once. So I'm kind of not split in two, more like half of me is happy that everything all at once won, but a part of me is also sad that Fabelmans did not really win. I'm sorry, I really liked Fabelmans. And that was my Oscar film. That was my reactions to winning. I just have to say, this year there was last year there were so many films coming out that were so good that it was hard to choose one to actually win. And some got snubbed, and, well, that's the way. But when all said and done, I think this Oscars is changing in film style, which I'm happy for. Can't wait to see what's going next this year. Which brings me to what's coming up. Well, one of my friends, named Will Curtis, he did a film called Bedbugs, which I will be doing a review on that soon. I gotta rewatch it and write what I have to say. But yeah, Oscars kind of took over that time. And then after that film, I'm probably gonna do the two John Wick movies in preparation for John Wick Chapter 4. So yeah, I got 3 more reviews coming out, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so yeah, please comment down below. What do you think about the Oscars? Who do you think should have won? Debate, please. I will respond. Ask me after those 3 films what I should do next. And also, everything will be just fine. I know we live in a hectic world, but all we gotta learn to do is close our eyes, breathe, and everything will be fine.